Well, hello everyone. How you doing? I got a few things today that I found out that I know you're going to be interested in. I love them. Went on a little recon mission. Went and visited Hobby Lobby and a few other places looking for backing. That was my mission today, was to find some kind of backing. And I came up with something. God, I love it. I've tried construction paper, poster boards. I can't tell you how many different things I got. And I came up with something that's throwing anything I can put at it, and it's doing wonderful. We're getting ready to throw one on here. This is my test subject for the pieces. I've run a few tests, and this is the car I used. That's still one of my favorite drawings. That's Mike Ropo's Pontiac, and that what you're looking at there was done one piece at a time in CorelDRAW. It's 100% vector. There ain't a bitmap in there. There isn't even a mesh fill in there. It's all just basic ovals, rounds, fills, and tons of layers. Yeah, try that at home. That car and a couple other of mine are in the photo gallery on the CorelDRAW website. Well, all I did was take and convert, eliminated the background, took the car and converted it to a bitmap, and inverted the bitmap, and that's all I did. I mean, it needs some tweaking, it needs some help in some areas, but God, these things. Let's see if we can get you out here. They're off the charts amazing. There's a little dithering difference in the two of them. Now, if you look real close, like in the door before it starts fuzzing out on us here, see how wide the dots are apart? That one there was done with Atkinson dithering, and I kicked the spacing up to 155. I like the way it looks, but I don't like the way it looks. It might be a little too wide. Now, this one, that right there is the dither method, and it's at the standard 100, and it almost looks blurry. It's so there's so many dots in it. Get in here, whoop, wrong way, right way. And I knew that was going to happen. Focus in there, come on. Oh, we're going to have to come back. Get something else, there we go. But you can see how much closer the dots are. And that's just the dithering mode that was selected. Now, I mean, I'm going to work on this, and I want to get, like, little, that one's nice, I got contrast there, but I want to make the windows come in dark. I mean, they need a little help, just to make them, I mean, they're gorgeous the way they are. But for a test right now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to throw that one right there, in a space I got right there, and I would think I want to close. I like that look. The frosting, the camera isn't doing it much justice. I want to close them up and try it again. I'll just make a little smaller one, put it over here. Now this is through the glass. It's on the back side. You see the front. That is the actual etching. This is the back side. That is the etching. It is I mean, just as it's actually better on this side. So if you want your etchings to be on the front, I mean, that's absolutely gorgeous. All you gotta do is invert your picture, flip it side to side, you print it backwards, and then when you turn the glass over, it's right side up. I might even try that on this test one. Go ahead and flip the image and put it up there in the top. Well, let's go ahead, get the show on the road, get one in there real quick. Oops, let's come back here. But I'm going to show you how easy this is. The steps, everything's just getting easier and easier and easier. You're not going to believe this. There's my spot. What I did was I made me a dish soap concoction. Straight dish soap is too thick. It's hell to wash it off. It's rough. I put maybe 2 or 3 drops of dish soap in there, and then some water, and it's still soapy, but it's really thin. You just want to make sure it stays blue, and then that's it. Just get you a nice smooth layer on there and you're done. That's all it takes. Now, turn that noisy thing on. Let this sit and throw it in here in just a second. Then we'll respond. Backer piece. This is what it looks like. I'll tell you more about it as soon as we get this thing in here. That's dry. Where are my... Well, what did I do with them? Here they are. That's the two for the cars right there. And that was, you're not going to believe, they were both shot at 100%. One was, both of them were at 27. The speed, yes, both of these were at 27. 100%, 27 for speed. And it washed up. It washed up. It just washed right off. Goof off, just set it on there and you just let it sit. Squish it around, get it all wet. With goof off, just let it sit. And it just wipes right off. Now this is the backing card for the test strips. This stuff is hanging in there. I mean, I did one at 100% and I backed it down to 17 and it did not burn through that card. I mean, it took the front cover off, but there was nothing on the back of either one, so it did not make it through the cards at all. No smell, no muss, no fuss. Let's get this thing in there. It's dry enough. Let me get this out of the way. Get you turned over here. It should be somewhere around there. There he is. That's it. We're ready to fire. I'm going to drop the size back a little bit. way, yes. Just like that. I got more on. Yeah, don't you love it, man? My machine had a little problem today. Still trying to work through it. Apparently you're not supposed to. We need to change. Atkinson. Now that was at 155. I'm going to try 120. That's it. Now, the number on this paper, see if I can show it to you without knocking the world over here. See if we can get you a good look at that. I got this at Michael's. It was $3 for the sheet. It's P5350-1. And I looked on Amazon, you can get a 25 sheet pack for $54. And this stuff is 20 by 24. 22 by 28. Now, if you go on Amazon, they've got the same thing, that looks the same. But make sure, scroll down to the description and make sure it's 063. There's some other stuff on there, but it's a lot thinner. Yeah, and you're probably saying, well, why do I need 25 sheets? This is chalkboard and poster board. Used with chalk and chalk markers. I don't know if you can read that. Get that other glare off there, maybe. There you go. Used with chalk and chalk markers. It's chalkboard material. Now, if you couldn't craft and make little stuff out of, use the hell out of that for crafting, wow. I don't know. It holds up great. It performs great. Washes up great. Let's see if you can get in there and see them color. There you go. I'm just amazed that less than a week ago, my biggest concern was trying to get one burned without burning through the paper or blowing through the table and getting a brown or a black mess on the back, trying to get something that was even. And now I'm dialing stuff into the dither. It's just amazing how something that simple made that big a difference. Because I did dial this car back, make a few changes, and just knowing that has helped me narrow things down but get more detail. It's amazing. Now, I don't know if we can see my little color things over here. No, we're not going to be able to see them. But I did a bunch of them on, I had my laptop sitting here next to the machine, and was using the laser box on it. And I did a bunch of them with it. I had dialed in, they were looking good. Well, I needed to do some cars, so I went ahead and put the D1 back on, light burn back on my computer. Well, apparently you're not supposed to do that. It don't like it. Spent half the afternoon just trying to get it going again, and it's running now. It's doing its thing, but it's limping down the shoulder on the rim, you could say. Can't use any of the drives, or you'll have to cold reboot everything. If it goes to home, it's dead. You have to pull it out of the corner before it'll even think about starting again. It's just doing weirdness. I'm not going to worry about it because I've only got a week left on the demo of the light burn on this computer. And I'm going to just get a real computer to run this and go ahead and put light burn on it. So why mess with this when I know I'm going to be changing computers? I'm not going to spend the time on it. Go ahead and install it fresh on a new computer and it'll be just fine. Yeah, it's amazing that a week ago I'm worried about blasting holes, and you can see these other things, like the picture, how dark it looks on the backside. You can see these other ones. These are all older, and you can just see they're kind of brownish. It's amazing. And look how fast that thing's burning. And even at that, that's at 27 speed. So that's pretty slow, and it's still burning it pretty quick. A little bit of dish soap. I tried dry, and I tried the dish soap right next to each other, and it did make a difference. I don't know if it cooled it or helped it crystallize, but it just looked so much better. And it helped it clean up a little bit too. But if you just if you put a dab of dish soap on there, you get this. It takes a while to clean up dish soap. And I will be cleaning that up. But yeah, that car, maybe if there's any interest, I'd get invite you into my screen, and I'd actually pull that up in CorelDRAW and actually take it apart for you and show you that it's a vector, one piece at a time. It's kind of like the old color forms. It's just a bunch of pieces stacked on top of each other. And it's done one piece at a time, and there are thousands upon thousands of pieces in here. I should look that up. See how many in the property somewhere it has. How many parts, how many groups, in so many groups. And yeah, I was thinking if anybody's interested, I might come up with a graphic and do a test burn, just do it all the way through and go ahead and post that graphic with the steps that I use, so people could try it themselves and try and come up with the same results. I mean, it was that easy. Now, if I get it. Put the table down so I'm not pushing on the glass. Still nothing beats goof off. I just don't know what it is about it. Even the alcohols and stuff. I mean, look, it just kind of just pushes it right on. Just leave it for a second. That's all it takes. And look how nasty this rag is. Shot the stuff halfway across the counter here. There's the card. I don't see how you could want any better than that. The stuff it's holding together good. There's no smell. There's no fumes. I should have turned that car over. That's what I was going to. I think my glass is full. It's a little smaller than the other one. Yeah, I gotta do something around them windows. Let's see what it looks like if I get the light from the back. There you go. Yeah, it lost definition being smaller, but still. And that's on. It's on the back side right there, and you're looking through the glass at it. That there is the back side. I don't know how much cleaner you can want. And I mean, just for just throwing it down on the table and burning, you can't beat it. Well, if you're interested in more or something, just let me know. Glad to help you out anytime. Have a good night.